So please give a great round of applause for our host families. This group of people is really what allows the Bells to do what we do. Everyone who's standing on the field tonight has opened their homes and their hearts to our players and their refrigerators, and it is not a small feat. A lot of these people have been hosting for 5 or more years, and it's a commitment, and it's truly a relationship, and something that makes the experience for our players really definitely stand out. So tonight we just want to celebrate them and thank them so much for all they do, and really for making the Bells possible. So another round of applause for our host families. Tonight we want to just kick off and end this with having one of our host families throw first pitch. And we selected Leanne Durfee because she has been hosting with us for 12 years. Leanne has been hosting with her 2 boys and her best friend Tracy, who was a huge supporter and passed away at the end of the 2025 season. They have had some amazing kids come through their doors and have enjoyed every one of them and keep in touch with most of them, watching them be successful in life. This year, Leanne hosted with her boyfriend, Jimmy Fuller, and it has been a blast to share the love of baseball and to support the Bells. So to end our ceremony tonight, Leanne is going to come out and throw first pitch.
So, good evening and welcome into Joe Martin Field as we welcome you for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Victoria HarbourCats and your Bellingham Bells. Bit of a late start to our first pitch. That's because we had the host family celebration here pre-game, but the Bellingham Bells are taking the field, and let's run you through all you need to know before we get started here in this second game. Last night, the Bells clinched their postseason berth here for this 2026 season, along with the 7-2 win that the Bells took last night over the HarbourCats. Bellingham got some help around the league with a couple of losses from other North Division opponents that they needed to lose in yesterday's game to clinch the postseason berth. So the Bells are in the playoffs. Now it's just a matter of figuring out the seeding. Last night in the 7-2 win, Robbie Zimmerman pitched the first 4 innings perfectly for Bellingham. Bells offense had 11 hits to claim their 6th straight win. Bells got on the scoreboard after a Noah Cassidy double and a Nate Johnson single with 2 outs in the first inning. Jaden Jackson crushed a solo homer in the 3rd inning to double the lead. Dominic Keebon had an RBI hit in the 4th to make it 3-0. Rashad Hayes reached base on an infield hit, and an error on the throw during the same play allowed another run to score in the 4th. And then Noah Cassidy capped a 3-run 4th inning with an RBI knock of his own. Zimmerman's perfect start ended with 1 out in the 5th inning. The HarbourCats went on to have 3 hits in the 5th for 1 run, but Zimmerman exited his 5 innings with a 5-1 lead and earned his 4th win of the summer after striking out 3 batters and not issuing a walk. Dylan Moss and Jaden Jackson had RBIs in the 5th inning, with Moss delivering a single and Jackson working a bases-loaded walk, meaning it was 7-2 heading into the 6th when Nick Peterson took over. Peterson threw 3 innings in relief, allowing 2 hits with 3 strikeouts and not allowing any walks. It was then Cal Young who attempted to finish the game in the 9th, but after allowing a double and 2 walks, he was lifted after only recording 1 out in the final inning. So Thrasher Steed finished the game with the final 2 outs in the 9th to earn the win. Bells look for a series win today over the Victoria HarbourCats as we take a look at the starting lineups. First for Victoria, coming on the visiting side, the HarbourCats leadoff man tonight is going to be the UC San Diego right fielder, Brian Bradshaw. David Cron is going to start at second base out of the University of British Columbia. Logan Shepard is the starting designated hitter from Mercer University. Jacob Silver at catcher is the cleanup batter from the University of Texas at San Antonio. Batting 5th in left field, we see Roan Klein for the first time out of San Jose State getting the start in left. Michael Rada out of Palomar College, committed to the University of Akron, is going to be the starting first baseman. Batting 6th in the order with Cameron Chi Aloy out of the University of Illinois in center field behind him. Aiden Rice batting 8th and at third base from the University of Portland, and Riley Quack from Bossier Parish Community College is the starting shortstop. Daniel Tovar gets the start on the mound out of Northern Kentucky University. He will face the Bellingham Bells starting lineup, which is led off by the Stanford shortstop in tonight's game, Rashad Hayes. Following him is the Gonzaga center fielder, Bo Schinkel, with Noah Cassidy out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi getting the start at first base. Nate Johnson going to do the cleaning up of the hot corner out of Tulane. Matt Churchill is the DH once again out of the University of Puget Sound. Dominic Keebon gets the start in left field from Washington. Dylan Moss, the Stanford catcher, bats 7th. Keiji Hattori out of Cal Poly is the second baseman. And then Bryce Johnson from LC State is in right field to finish the lineup. Rohan Kasanagadu from University of Southern California gets the ball in the start. First pitch coming up next here at the ballpark. You're watching the Bells YouTube channel. Glad to bring you Game 2 of 3 between the Victoria HarbourCats and the Bellingham Bells tonight.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship-caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Here in Bellingham, Washington on a Saturday night in August now. We're all the way into August in 2026. How about that? Game 2 of 3 between your Bellingham Bells and the Victoria HarbourCats as Victoria comes to town for a 3-game set. Last night a 7-2 victory for the home team as your Bells took it to clinch a playoff berth here in the 2026 West Coast League summer. So the Bells have their spot in the postseason locked up. Victoria trying to do the same thing if the season was to end after last night's results. The HarbourCats would be in the playoffs, ranking 4th right now in the West Coast League North in a tie with the Nanaimo Night Owls. But the HarbourCats hold a 6-3 record over Nanaimo, so Victoria holds the tiebreaker there if Nanaimo and Victoria at the end of the season were to be even. HarbourCats will try and rebound tonight. They'll face Rohan Kasanagadu, who is the starting pitcher for your Bellingham Bells, in this one out of USC. Got roughed up his last time during his road appearance. First 2 appearances for him as a Bell at home were good, but 8 earned runs against him his last time up. So the ERA a bit inflated for the right-hander. He'll enter with just now his 4th appearance of the year coming in the baby blue uniforms tonight for Bellingham is what he'll wear, wearing the number 34. And the HarbourCats with the red tops and gray bottoms will begin things with Brian Bradshaw out of UC San Diego, Division I right fielder, gets us started. Castanagano comes home with the first pitch of the ball game. It's a fastball center cut right down the heart at 90 miles an hour to get us underway here on this Saturday evening. I'm Zen Hill. Welcome back to the Bells YouTube channel. We've got 5 games left in the 2026 regular season, although we now know that the Bells will have at least 2 playoff games, clinching last night with their 7-2 victory. Now, it's just a matter of if we're going to be here on the 7th for the very first game of the playoffs, or if we're going to be hosting the opening round with games on the 8th and then potentially the 9th if needed. Bellingham has a good chance to try and get the 2 overall seed. Clinched the playoffs last night, could clinch the 2 seed tonight with an Edmonton loss and a Bellingham win. Also a Wenatchee win would guarantee things, but the Bells kind of hoping for Wenatchee losses as Bradshaw swings through strike 3, and Kasanagadu starts off his start with the first punch out of the night. HarbourCats will definitely try and get going a little bit earlier than they did last night. It was Robbie Zimmerman throwing the first 4 innings perfect in last night's win. 4 perfect frames from the left-hander Zimmerman. His no-hitter and perfect game broke up in the 5th with 3 hits from the HarbourCats in that inning. They'll try and attack the right-handed starter earlier here. This is hit out to left field by David Cron, and there will be the first hit of the game as it gets out into left field. He's trying for a second. The throw, if it was on target, could have gotten the runner out, but David Cron will take a leadoff double, or excuse me, a 1-out double in the first inning. So with 1 out, he gets put into scoring position after the double from Cron. And now Logan Shepard will bat next. HarbourCats fighting for a playoff spot right now, 26-23, tied for 4th in the North with Nanaimo, a team that shares the same ownership group as the Victoria HarbourCats out on Vancouver Island. Logan Shepard, the junior from Mercer University, batting next as the DH tonight, started in left in yesterday's game. Oh, and 1 with 1 out. Bouncing ball to the left side. Nate Johnson takes a look at the runner, throws to first, gets him. Now the runner taking off. The throw to third in time, but the ball gets past Nate Johnson. Luckily, the shortstop Hayes there to back it up as it just trickled away from the third base bag. Nearly a double play chance and a risky run from Cron to get up to third base. Potential double play chance for Bellingham, but it will just be the one out. As Shepard grounds out to make it 2 outs and a runner at third for the HarbourCats in the very first inning of tonight's Saturday matchup. Jacob Silva was the first baseman last night, going 1 of 4. Now the catcher will bat in the cleanup spot, trying to clean up the base runner at third. As Cron, after doubling, now is up to third following the ground out. This one bounced to the right side. The second baseman, Hattori, will underhand toss it to Cassie to finish off his scoreless first inning for Rowan Casanagado and the Bellingham Bells, who come up to bat when we return here at Joe Martin Field.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Into the bottom of the first inning here in Bellingham, Washington. After a scoreless first pitch by the Bells side of things, they'll now go on offense against Daniel Tovar, the starter for the Victoria HarbourCats, as the right-hander makes his 12th appearance of the summer to face the Bellingham Bells here on this Saturday night. Tovar so far through his 25 1/3 innings, just an 0-3 record for the right-hander, a 4.26 ERA resulting for him so far. 19 punch-outs for the right-hander to 9 walks, who comes to Victoria out of Northern Kentucky University. Did not play this year, though. Transferred there from the University of Nevada, where he spent his most recent collegiate action, pitching 8 2/3 back during the 2025 season. Here with the HarbourCats, has seen a lot of work, and he'll get the start against Bellingham, who last night posted 11 hits for 7 runs to take a 7-2 win over Victoria in the series opener. And now it'll be Rashad Hayes getting us started in tonight's matchup. Starting at shortstop after being last night's second baseman in the leadoff spot, going 1 of 5 at the plate with 2 strikeouts and 1 run scored. His lone hit, an infield hit. As now Hayes will bat, leading off for Bellingham in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Rashad Hayes at 88 miles an hour from the starter Tovar. And it's ball 1 missing low to the righty batter. Pair of fastballs to start the start for Tovar tonight, but both missing to Rashad Hayes to make it 2-0. HarbourCats playing in a crucial series here in Bellingham. They are one of many teams in the North Division in the mix for a playoff spot. As Rashad Hayes shoots this out to right field the other way. It's got some carry, but the right fielder Bradshaw, backing up on his heels, is able to reach above his head to make the catch. And that'll be the first out. So Hayes flies out to right field. And now Bo Schinkel will bat next. Schinkel up into the 2 spot in the order. Bells now without Jaden Jackson. Him and Robbie Zimmerman left after last night's game. UCLA orientation starting early August, so the incoming freshmen got to do the student part of their student-athlete career. So it's a big loss, of course. Had Zimmerman last night going 5 innings, getting the win in his farewell. Jaden Jackson hitting a homer in his farewell game, and those two definitely will be missed, but plenty of talent to fill in the gaps. Bo Schinkel moving up into the 2 spot in the order. The Gonzaga center fielder last night was 1 for 4 at the plate with 2 runs scored. He did strike out once, starting off his first inning here tonight with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Daniel Tovar misses high and away for ball 2 to the lefty batting Schinkel. No runs for the HarbourCats in the first inning, despite the double coming from David Cron. Bo Schinkel batting with 1 out. Fouling away the 2-1 pitch to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schinkel sitting at an even .300 batting average during the WCL summer with the Bellingham Bells. Played in his 20th game last night. Now he's playing in his 21st game in tonight's game. The same number that rests on his back, wearing the number 21 for his jersey. Opposite field hit for Schinkel as it gets out into left center. And that'll be Bellingham's first hit of the game. So as the HarbourCats did in the top of the first, it's a 1-out knock for the first base runner on offense for the Bells. And Schinkel, with plenty of speed, the team leader in steals, will be at first base. Noah Cassie is the next man up. Last night, 2 for 4 for him. Doubled in the first inning and then scored on Johnson's hit that followed. Nate Johnson, that is. And now Cassie playing in his 40th game of the summer with Bellingham has a chance to drive in tonight's first run. As pickoff throw goes back to Schinkel, where he dives back head first safely. Just 1 stolen base last night in the game. It was Ramanik Kebon taking third. Schinkel 11 steals on the year with Bellingham, but the pitch inside to Cassie hitting him. And runners will be at first and second base after that hit by pitch. So Schinkel moves up into scoring position. Cassie fills the gap at first behind him with a hit by pitch. Nate Johnson, who gave the Bells the 1-0 lead in last night's first inning, has a chance to do just the same here in the bottom of the first tonight. 1 out and runners at first and second for the Tulane corner infielder. Finds himself at third tonight after going 2 for 5 in last night's game. Driving in 1 run. 12 RBI on the year for Johnson. The first pitch, a low one from Tovar for ball 1. This is the 30th game of the summer with Bellingham for Nate Johnson. Joined the team a couple weeks into the season, but since then, a constant in the lineup, batting near the top half of it for most of his Bells career. He finds himself in the cleanup spot tonight. One and 0 on Nate Johnson, the third baseman with 1 out. Schinkel, a lead off of second, Cassie off of first. Tovar looking back at second, now delivers home. Foul ball from Johnson will be his first strike. Ball and a strike on Nate Johnson after the umpire signaled something to the HarbourCats dugout. Now here's a 1-1 to Nate Johnson. Inside, called for a strike. One and 2 the count on Nate Johnson as Tovar looks for his second out in the bottom of the first. 2 base runners on for the Bells. Scoreless game early. The stretch and the 1-2 pitch from Tovar. Hit out to left center field towards the left fielder Klein. Shifted over was the outfield for the lefty hitter Johnson, and good positioning there for Klein to gain the out. So that fly ball out into left field will be the second out. 2 down now for the designated hitter, Matt Churchill. Churchill playing in his 40th game tonight. .319 batting average for him. Tearing up another Summer Collegiate League here with the Bellingham Bells after being the Pacific International League's MVP last year. Bo Schinkel thought about taking off on the first pitch to Churchill, but it was just a pump fake of a run. It's ball 1 on a miss to Churchill. Low and away to the right-handed batter out of the University of Puget Sound. 29 RBI on the year for him. He's got 2 on with 2 outs in the first. And breaking pitch into him is strike 1. A hit from Schinkel and a hit by pitch against Cassie put runners at first and second. And 2 outs. The HarbourCats an out away from escaping the first scoreless, something they couldn't do last night. Bells took a 1-0 lead early. Churchill taking ball 2 on the fastball miss, low and away once again from Tovar. The 2-1. Breaking pitch that missed away to Churchill. Now 3 balls and a strike. Ramonic Keebon, the batter, on deck. A walk would load the bases for Bellingham in the bottom of the first. Daniel Tovar, the starter for Victoria, needs a strike in the 3-1, and his breaking pitch could not find the zone. It drops well below it. 4-4. Now the base is juiced for Ramonic Keebon early. So Schinkel go ahead run at third now in this scoreless ball game. Cassie at second. At Churchill at first for Ramonic Keebon. Last night, Keebon going 2 of 3, drove in 1 run and scored once. First pitch into him, he takes for ball 1. Committed to the University of Washington following his season at the University of Nevada. Keebon in his 13 games with Bellingham has hit .268 and driven in 10 runs. Try to add to that total here with 2 outs in the first inning. Keebon sees a strike called against him, so it's 1-1. Lefty batting left fielder for Bellingham in a 1-1 count with 2 down. Schinkel dancing off of third base as Tovar's pitch is low and inside. Silva, the catcher, blocking it there to keep the speedy Schinkel at third. Two-one home to Keebon. Up the middle for a base knock. Schinkel to score. Castley hustling as he will come in to score as well. It's a 2 RBI knock for Ramonic Keebon, and it comes with 2 outs in the first inning to give Bellingham the early lead over these Cats. Early runs the same way the Bells got it done last night in the 7-2 win. It's Ramonic Keebon delivering a 2-out hit to drive in 2 runs and get this game started early on offense for Bellingham, an offense that as of late has just been on fire. 6 straight wins for the Bells, 9 or more runs in 5 of those 6 games. Last night's, of course, just the 7 runs for Bellingham, but still enough to win by 5 last night. And now Dylan Moss batting with runners at first and second, swinging at the first pitch, lining it to the second baseman, David Cron, who gloved it. But the damage done. 2 runs in for Bellingham, and it's 2-0 heading into the second.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. We head into the second inning here in Bellingham as your Bells have taken the early 2-0 lead over the Victoria HarbourCats in Game 2 of 3 between these two North Division rivals. Rivals from across the border, across the Puget Sound, with the HarbourCats playing their games out on Vancouver Island. This is a short ferry ride away from Bellingham. Would be a fun place to catch the playoffs if you want to travel for the playoffs. There's a lot of likely close matchups based on just the teams that are in the competitive spots during playoffs. The Bells could face Wenatchee, which is about 4-hour drive on a busy day away. You could go to Victoria or Nanaimo on Vancouver Island, where you have to drive a little bit, then hop on the ferry, and that's kind of a fun experience. Edmonton, obviously, would be one that's maybe a little bit too far to travel to, but maybe could see this matchup in just a couple of weeks. Bellingham Bells, maybe even at the end of this week, could see the HarbourCats. Of course, the playoffs taking place on August 7th when they started off, August 8th and 9th to continue those games. Could potentially be a week from today where we see the HarbourCats and Bells at home, should the Bells go on to be the 2 seed in the playoffs. Bellingham already has their playoff spot locked up. Victoria trying to get that as well. Right now they're down 2-0 in the top of the second with Rohan Kasanagadu starting things off against Roan Klein, who we see in the first time for this 3-game series. Klein in left field tonight for the HarbourCats. Three balls and a strike. Kasanagadu home. Klein lays off for the leadoff walk. It's the first walk issued for the right-hander early, and it comes in the second. Michael Rada next up. Rada at first base after being at third last night for Victoria. He was 1 of 3 in the game with 1 run scored. First pitch from Kasanagadu is a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that missed low. Bells get their 2 runs in the bottom of the first on a 2 RBI hit from Keybon scoring Schinkel, who had reached on a single. Nice little rhyme there. And then Cassie, who had reached on a hit by pitch. This is a bouncing ball to Johnson at third. He goes to second for 1. Hattori to first for the double play. 5-4-3. Wipes the bases clear. And there's 2 outs in the second. So Bells defense go around the horn in the second to put 2 outs down. And no runners on base now for the HarbourCats, wiping away that leadoff walk from Kasanagadu, who now throws home to Cameron Chialoy, who bats with 2 outs, taking strike 1. Chialoy in center field last night went 1 of 4. Batting in the same spot in the order, same spot in the outfield as well for him. The final 3 batters in the order, the exact same for the HarbourCats tonight. Only other batters that stayed in their same spots were Logan Shepard and Jacob Silva, although they shifted around their positions. When you look at the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Victoria tonight, all in the same batting order spot, all in the same field position. Actually, no, that's not true. Aiden Rice is playing third instead of second, so nearly the exact same, but HarbourCats do shuffle some things around. As this is popped up to left field from Chialoy, and that'll be an easy can of corn for Dominic Keybon to put away a scoreless second for Kasanagadu. Despite the leadoff walk, it's still a 2-0 lead for Bellingham as we head into the bottom of the second.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Bottom of the second inning here in Bellingham. I'm Zen Hill, play-by-play man for your Bellingham Bells, live from Joe Martin Field for tonight's Saturday night game. The Bells hosting the HarbourCats for their second of 3 right now. Both these teams in the heat of playoff implications for the rest of the way through. 5 games left over 5 days for these two teams to close out the regular season here in the West Coast League. And Bellingham right now a 2-0 lead over the HarbourCats as KG Hattori starts off the bottom of the second with a ground out to David Cron, who makes the play to retire Bellingham's second baseman for the first out in the second. Bells have their playoff spot locked up after last night's 7-2 win. The HarbourCats right now tied for 4th in the North Division standings with the Nanaimo Night Owls. The playoffs were to start tonight. These two teams would be in it, but instead we're still in the regular season and there's still some shuffling to go around. Of course, right now Wenatchee, the other team in the North that is locked up, they won the first half of the season in the North Division. Also have the best record overall by 4 games over Bellingham. As Bryce Johnson just slices this one out into center field. Inside of his bat, but just found a way to get a base hit. 71 miles an hour off that one as it just bloops in for Bellingham's third hit off of Daniel Tovar. And it's a 1-out single once again in an inning for Bellingham. They did that in the first and scored their first 2 runs after Schinkel had a single to get on base with 1 out. Cassie was hit by a pitch, and then Ramanik Kibon drove those 2 runners in. Now it's Bryce Johnson at first base. Batting is the top of the order hitter, Rashad Hayes. The Bells at 32-17 are the second best team in the North Division. The Edmonton Riverhawks at 27-22 rest at third. And then Victoria 26-23 tied with Nanaimo, but the HarbourCats have the head-to-head tiebreaker. Right now, the Night Owls and Kelowna Falcons on the outside looking in. One and 0 to Rashad Hayes to begin his at-bat with 1 out. Breaking pitch called for strike 1 on Hayes. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat. One breaking pitch is a miss to Hayes. So the Bells could technically still win the second half of the season, sitting 4 games behind the Apple Sox in the second half standings. Apple Sox are 17-5 in the second half. Bells are 13-9. But it's not necessarily needed to get the number 2 seed because the Apple Sox won the first half of the season. If the Apple Sox go on to win the second half as well, the playoff procedure for the West Coast League is that if the first and second half winners are the same in the division, then the second, third, and fourth seeds are just determined based off overall standings. So instead of picking the team that finished second in the second half to potentially be the number 2 seed, it's just defaulted to the full season standings, which the Bellingham Bells right now are in the best position at. And that's actually a good ruling for Bellingham because Rashad Hayes, who swings and misses, Rashad Hayes who strikes out, it's a good thing for the Bellingham Bells because right now they're in a position where if it was the second best team in the second half season to get the number 2 seed, well, Edmonton and Victoria are really in play for that. Edmonton 13-10 in their second half, Victoria 12-10. Even Nanaimo at 11-11 are a little bit closer in the race to potentially being the runner-up team in the second half as Boshinkel on a hit and run sends it out to left center field, and that'll put away the second inning just like that. So despite the hit from Bryce Johnson, it'll remain a 2-0 game as we go into the third.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Into our third inning here live on a Saturday night in the West Coast League. We're at Joe Martin Field for another edition of Bellingham Bells Baseball, and right now a 2-0 lead over the Victoria HarbourCats in this one. After a scoreless second inning by both sides, Rohan Casanagadu will retake the bump for Bellingham. He's coming off of a freshman season with USC, the Trojans, Division I school in Southern California. He didn't allow a run in 5 2/3 innings pitch with USC. It was a pretty good debut year for true freshmen. Oftentimes, maybe not seen any action in a true freshman season at a D1 program. But Casanagadu got his 5 2/3 and was great in them. 10 strikeouts during that time in the 5 2/3 innings, with only 1 hit and 3 walks allowed. Now, that was a wild pitch to start off the third inning for him as he skied it over the head of the leadoff man, Aiden Rice, for ball one. A 90-mile-an-hour fastball well above the right-handed batter's helmet. Two balls and no strikes for Aiden Rice to start off the third inning. Three 3-0 after another miss to the third baseman. Casanagadu started the second inning with a leadoff walk issuing to Roan Klein. Bounced back with a double play help and then finished off the second with a flyout to face the minimum in the second inning. But on a 3-0 to Aiden Rice, he walks the leadoff man once again. Back-to-back innings. HarbourCats getting a base runner on via a free pass as Rice will head to first. Riley Quack will bat next. Quack, the shortstop, is the final man to go the first time through the order against the starter Casanagadu. As he takes ball one. Quack was 0 of 3 at the plate last night with 1 strikeout. HarbourCats only struck out 6 times at the plate in total, but only drew 2 walks. Had 6 hits on offense for their 2 runs. Tonight they've got 1 hit, yet to get on the scoreboard. Leadoff walk, always a good way to start a scoring inning, though, although it didn't work for them last time. Here, Riley Quack will sky it to left field. A deep fly ball for Romanick Kebon, who just a step in front of the warning track makes the play in left center field. So he secures the out for the first out in the third following the walk. And back to the top of the order in Brian Bradshaw. He batted second in the order last night, but is the leadoff man in this game. Pickoff throw from Casanagadu over to first is not in time to pick off Rice at first. Bradshaw struck out swinging to start the game. Casanagadu's lone strikeout. Now he'll flash bunt. Didn't lay it down at all and didn't offer at it either, so it is just ball one for the right fielder. Coming after a 20-game season with UC San Diego for him. Skies it to right field. Bryce Johnson back. Glove in his left hand. Now the ball there, too, as he's got the second out. Catching it in right field for back-to-back flyouts from Castanegatu to put two down in the top of the third. Sending things to David Cron, who's got the lone HarbourCat hit, doubling with one out in the first. He was left at third base, though, in that inning. And now comes up in the third with a man at first still, Aiden Rice. Cron batting out of the University of British Columbia NAIA program up north. Had a very successful season as Rice takes off on the two-out pitch. The tag is applied just late as the throw was in front of second base, and a Torrey's tag after the throw from Dylan Moss. Late for Aiden Rice's steal. So now a runner into scoring position for the HarbourCats after that swipe. And Cron with a runner in scoring position now trying to make things work for the HarbourCats to get their first run of the game. Cron had 49 RBI for UBC on 72 hits this collegiate season, logging 20 doubles and 9 homers throughout his sophomore campaign. What stuck out the most for him, though, was the .355 batting average, getting him on the first team All-Cascade Collegiate Conference. Ball and a strike on Cron with two outs in the top of the third. 2-0 lead for Bellingham, but the tying run at the plate. That tying run, though, will send a towering fly ball to the infielder, Rashad Hayes at shortstop, who's got it. That's a scoreless third pitched by Bellingham. And the starter, Castanegatu, moves into the bottom of the third with a 2-0 lead.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Bottom of the third inning now here in this Saturday night matchup between your Bells and the Victoria HarbourCats. HarbourCats on the road here facing Bellingham after the HarbourCats took 2 of 3 during the earlier regular season matchup. Noah Cassie with a hard comebacker that the pitcher had to duck out of the way of, and good thing he missed it. 98 miles an hour off the bat of Cassie to lead off the bottom of the third with a single as he picks up his first hit, Bellingham's fourth, against the starter Daniel Tovar. And base runner at first to start the bottom of the third inning. Bellingham working on a 2-0 lead. HarbourCats took 2 of 3 against the Bells at their home park. Last night, 7-2 the win for Bellingham to draw the season series even between these two teams. Bells trying to take this home series with a win tonight. Strike one into Nate Johnson, who bats with no outs and Cassie at first, reaching for the second time after being hit by a pitch and scoring in the first inning. Flown to left center field for Klein. He'll put away Nate Johnson on a fly out to left. That's the first out in the bottom of the third. A lot of eyes around the West Coast League throughout this matchup tonight, of course, with a lot of playoff implications. Apple Sox up 5-0 on the North Paws, top of the third. Night Owls up 3-0 against the Lefties in the top of the third. Riverhawks up 2-0 against the Falcons, also in the top of the third. Here in the bottom of the third, it's Bellingham up 2-0 over Victoria. With an Apple Sox win tonight, they would be at 18 wins in their second half. Matt Churchill flies this one up to left field. Once again, it's Roan Klein there. And he's got back-to-back outs in the third to put 2 down after that leadoff single from Cassie. Two outs for Ramnik Kebon as he takes ball 1 outside. Kebon came up with a 2 RBI single in the first inning to get the Bells their lone runs on the scoreboard. Second time through the order, hits it on line 1 hopper, and Cron at second base couldn't pick it. Gets into right field. They'll score a hit for Kebon, so it'll be his second knock of the game. So Noah Cassie up to second base. Kebon at first after the 2-out hit from Kebon. 2 outs, Dylan Moss will bat after hitting a hard line drive straight to second base. A factor of this playoff outlook that is making things a little bit more difficult on the math side of things is the fact that the Edmonton Riverhawks have 1 extra game in the second half compared to the rest of the North Division. They're going to play 28 games for their second half because they only played 26 in the first half because one of their games was postponed, had to be rescheduled, and it couldn't be rescheduled in the first half. They had to play it in the second half. So instead of messing around with, balancing out 27 and 27, they just add that game that got rescheduled to the second half, it's an interesting decision. I think you could argue both sides of, hey, shouldn't that game count towards the first half standings? But then you would have, if that precedent is sent, a situation where a game in the first half that gets rescheduled to late July could kind of delay everyone knowing what the exact results from the first half of the season are. So I guess another way you could do it is have the first game of your supposed to be second half count towards the end of the first half, but then that throws out the matchups, and it could just get confusing. But we're trying to keep with it all as Dylan Moss strikes out, looking to finish off the third. So we've got a 2-0 lead to the Bells as we head into the 4th inning.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Into our 4th inning here in Bellingham. 2-0 still your score. That's held since the first. Rowan Castanegadu has held the HarbourCats scoreless through 3, and the right-hander back up on there for his 4th inning in the start. Last night we saw Robbie Zimmerman pitch his first 4 innings perfect. Of course, that not the same tonight. But for Castanegadu, it's 3 scoreless and only 30 pitches thrown for him. Castanegado will face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters of the HarbourCats here in the top of the 4th inning as Logan Shepard will get things started. HarbourCats with just 1 hit, 2 walks against the starter Castanegado, who has just 1 strikeout. Want to know the count after that miss from Castanegado? This one he sprays high out to left field. Back is Keybon, and that one dies in the air on a deep fly ball to Dominic Keybon, just 90 miles an hour off the bat of Shepard for the first out in the 4th. The catcher, Jacob Silva, grounded out to KG Hattori in his first at-bat. Now travels up into the left-handed batter's box for the second time. Two straight misses from Castanegado to start the at-bat against Silva. That one will be a third. It's 3-0. He has walked 2 batters, but has left both those base runners. With the help of a double play in the second to wipe one away, left Aiden Rice standing at second base in the 3rd inning. Now 3-0 to Silva. It's a 4-pitch walk. So the 3rd walk. 3 straight innings with a free pass issued from Castanegado. See if the HarbourCats can add to their 1 hit to try and tie this game with 1 swing or even just get the offense moving in a positive way for Victoria. Oh, 2 swing and a miss from Klein as Castanegado misses that one in the dirt. And although it will be Castanegado's second strikeout of the night, it'll be a drop 3rd strike. And instead of the second out, it'll be the second base runner for the HarbourCats reaching. So he puts away Ron Klein. So now 2 base runners on for, actually hold that. You can't advance on a drop 3rd strike with a runner at first. Caveat to the rule there. So with a runner at first, instead of Klein being able to reach, it will be the second out. Drop 3rd strike only matters for the base runner. As you see with Silva at second base now in scoring position, moving up on a wild pitch. So it is the second out. 2 outs in the 4th. Michael Rada at the plate against Castanegado. He's the tying run for the HarbourCats in a 2-0 game. That ball missed. Castanegado getting confirmation of where. Right-handers 1-1. Swing and a miss from Rada. He's down a ball and 2 strikes. Already a strikeout against Klein in the batter prior. Now in a good count to expand the zone here and try and get Rada down. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He goes chasing. Casanagado has back-to-back Ks in the 4th to toss 4 scoreless frames and hold a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the inning.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells! We travel to the bottom of the 4th inning here on this Saturday night at Joe Martin Field. 2-0 the lead for the home team, the Bellingham Bells, over the Victoria HarbourCats. As they lead the visiting HarbourCats following a 7-2 victory for Bellingham last night. Now Keiji Hattori will lead off the 4th. Second baseman grounded out to the opposite second baseman in his first at-bat. And now will lead off the 4th inning. Hattori during the road trip at Wenatchee and Marion went on a tear. Hit his first home run of the summer. It was a grand slam. Right now the batting average all the way up to .346 for the Cal Poly commit. He fouls away his first strike, so a 1-1 count on Hattori. That one got a piece of Hattori. Maybe it didn't. Umpire saying it didn't clip him. Hattori pointing to the tip of his foot. The umpire maybe didn't see it. So instead, he'll be back in the batter's box for a 2-1, trying to reach base as the leadoff guy a different way. It's a ground ball to the right side. Going to be a repeat of his last plate appearance, though, as David Cron puts him away with a first out in the bottom of the 4th. Bryce Johnson is next up for Bellingham. He makes an appearance in the series for the first time, getting the bench last night out in right field for tonight's game in the 9th spot. Blooped in a single in the 2nd. One of the 5 hits against the starter, Daniel Tovar, who pitches home with 1 out to Bryce Johnson. This is a much well-hit ball compared to his first single, and that one is a rocket up the middle from Johnson. His first hit, 71 miles an hour off the bat. That one, 95 from Bryce Johnson to get the 6th hit of the ball game and turn the lineup over to Rashad Hayes. Rashad Hayes, the shortstop, 0 of 2 as the leadoff man. Runner going on the very first pitch. It's Bryce Johnson taking off. His head first slide is under the high throw tag applied from David Cron. Had to leap up after Silva skied it a little bit. So it's a stolen base for Bryce Johnson to put him in a scoring position with only one out. Bells are leading 2-0, but would love to make that lead a lot more comfortable for their pitchers to come throughout the rest of this game. We'll see if Castanegatu is back out for the 5th inning or if 4 innings is what he gets. Bouncer from Hayes is foul on the left side. 0-2 on him. O2 coming. This one into right and dropping on one hop in front of Bradshaw. Johnson was holding up to see if it was going to be a base hit. That one just got down in front of the right fielder of Victoria, so it'll be runners at the corners following back-to-back one-out hits from Bellingham as they tack on some more singles against Daniel Tovar. Boshinkel had himself a hit in the first inning and a run scored. Flew out to center field in his second at-bat. If he gets a fly out to the outfield, could score Bryce Johnson to add to this 2-0 lead. Only one out. Sacrifice will get the job done. Tovar trying to avoid that with one out. He is instead looking for a potential inning-ending double play with the runner at first, Hayes. Wonder if the Bells will maybe try and send Hayes in motion from first to take away that double play chance. Hayes with good speed. 8 steals on the year for him, second to only the man at the plate, Boshinkel. Hayes is leaning, looking like he wants to go. Another foul ball is 0-2 on Boshinkel. Schinkel in the lefty batter's box, 0-2, one out and men at the corner. Hayes a short lead off of first. Now he gets a little bit more in his secondary as Tovar comes set. He'll take off in the 0-2. Misses wide. Back pick throw to third. Cheeky play by the HarbourCats there, but Bryce Johnson is safe. I don't think I've seen that. On a first and third steal situation, the catcher going to third base. It's kind of a smart play if you catch that runner lacking, but Bryce Johnson was not looking to take home. Now 2 in scoring position for Schinkel. 1-2 pitch into him. Inside and an even count. So Bryce Johnson, single and a steal to get himself on base and to third. Single and a steal for Hayes to put him at second base. The HarbourCats infield comes in for the one-out situation with Boshinkel. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tovar's pitch is hit out to right field by Schinkel and down for another hit. Hayes getting the green light from third. Johnson already in to score. The throw home is late and Hayes slides around it. Bellingham's lead doubles in the 4th to lead at 4-0 over the HarbourCats on a 2 RBI knock from Boshinkel. And it looks like that might do it for the starter for Victoria. 2 runs in the 4th, 3 straight hits with 1 out in the inning. Pull the plug on Daniel Tovar as the HarbourCats go to their bullpen. It's 4-0 now, the lead for the Bells.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. So the Victoria HarbourCats go to their bullpen in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be 3 1/3 innings pitch for the starter, Daniel Tovar, as he can't get through the fourth. And now we'll look at Houston Tomlinson in relief. 15 2/3 innings pitched for this right-hander. An 8.04 ERA through his 10 appearances. He enters a 4-0 deficit with 2 runs scoring on Bo Schinkel's knock to add to Bellingham's lead. In fact, double it, scoring 2 more runs after Bryce Johnson and Rashad Hayes singled and stole bases to get into scoring position. Schinkel sent him home. And the speedy Schinkel will now be at first base, maybe taking off on the first pitch here against the new reliever, as Noah Cassie will bat first. 1 out in the bottom of the fourth, 4-0 the lead. Man at first for Bellingham. Schinkel going. The throw to second base from Silva is in time, and Schinkel is out, caught stealing. And that'll help out Tomlinson in relief. Just the second time this year that Bo Schinkel has been caught stealing. So he will be the second out. Now Noah Cassie has the bases empty with 2 down and a 1-0 count after that one missed. Tomlinson deals in his first strike. 18 punch-outs and 15 2/3 for this right-hander to 15 walks. 21 runs allowed, 14 of them earned on 24 hits. Batters hitting .316 against this right-hander when he has pitched in relief for the HarbourCats. He's got himself ahead of Noah Cassie, 1-2 with 2 outs following the caught stealing. Tomlinson a deep breath, and from the first base side of the rubber deals the 1-2. Cassie lays off the pitch low and away for ball 2. So the final line for Tovar, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed. He did not walk a batter, but did have 1 hit by pitch surrendered. Gave up 4 runs. 2 strikeouts for him as well. Cassie pops it up to the infield. Plenty of options for the HarbourCats to get it. Looks like it's the shortstop Quack making the catch just behind the mound to send us into the 5th. 4-0 Bellingham's lead after Bo Schinkel's 2 RBI hit.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
So we head to the 5th inning here on this Saturday night matchup between the Victoria HarbourCats and the Bellingham Bells. The home team doubled their lead in the fourth. Bellingham scoring 2 more runs to lead at 4-0 for the new pitcher, Charlie Decker, one of the few remaining All-Stars we've got left here. We've lost 3 of our All-Stars now, with Jaden Jackson leaving after last night. We had 5 All-Star selections, but we've lost Jake Lyle to the injury, Aspen Alexander and Jackson leaving. Now it's just Charlie Decker and Noah Cassie left. We'll see Decker take over in the 5th with a 4-0 lead following Rohan Casanagadu's 4 scoreless innings in the start. Allowed just 1 hit across those. Did surrender 3 walks, but no runs of damage done. And Casanagadu finished off his outing with 2 strikeouts to have his total at 3. And give it to Charlie Decker, the left-hander out of the University of Puget Sound. Cameron Chialoy will start it in the 5th for the HarbourCats, who trail by 4. First pitch, a line drive bouncer into left field, and that will be the leadoff base hit for Victoria. Oh, baby, that was a nice hit by Victoria. Just their second of the game, and they tag Charlie Decker for his first base runner against his first batter. Now Aiden Rice. Little bat, the third baseman walked and stole a base in the 3rd, but ultimately was left on base. HarbourCats into Bellingham's bullpen. We'll try and find success. Last night scored 2 runs against Robbie Zimmerman, the starting pitcher, and then scored 1 run against Cal Young in the 9th inning. Pickoff throw from Decker to keep Cameron Chialoy honest at first base. Did have 11 steals in his sophomore season with the University of Illinois. Runner going on this one. Hit and run as it's hit off the inside of Rice's bat and gets past a diving Hattori at second base out into right field. Just dribbling out there for a pair of hits to start off the relief appearance for Charlie Decker. Decker has not seen the same sort of success that we saw when he was a starter. Him as a starter was what made him an all-star. Pitched at the all-star break, and since then has had a couple of relief appearances for Bellingham. His most recent at Wenatchee, he pitched 3 innings, giving up 1 run. Riley Quack showing the bunt with no outs, maybe trying to get the HarbourCats to manufacture some early runs. Quack flew out to left field in his first at-bat. He'll bat with no outs and men at first and second with the HarbourCats trying to chase down the 4 runs they trail by. Another bunt tried is going to be strike 1, hit off the bat of Quack on his attempt, so it's 1-1. Decker gave up a run at Wenatchee, had 3 surrendered against Kelowna at home, also coming out of the bullpen. Last time he was used as a starter was July 10th against the Port Angeles Lefties. Had the All-Star game appearance on the 15th of July. Now here on August 1st, in a 1-1 pitch to Quack, he lays down the bunt, but it's once again unsuccessful, and now he's got 2 strikes on him, so a foul ball bunt would put him out for the first out in the 5th. First and second still for Victoria, 1-2. Shot out to right field, and right where Bryce Johnson stands, he'll be able to make the catch for the first out. No tag up from Chialoy, so it'll just be 1 out. Runners staying where they are at first and second base for the HarbourCats. Top of the order, Brian Bradshaw tries to drive in Victoria's first runs of the game. He's 0 of 2 so far with a strikeout and a fly out to right. 1 out now for Decker, finally gained in relief after the first 2 batters reached on hits against him. Bradshaw goes around on the 1-0 for his first strike. Lefty on lefty matchup for the relief pitcher Charlie Decker. Decker will step off and reset. Decker has not had a scoreless outing since he was a starter. This will be third straight time coming out of the bullpen. 10th overall appearance for him. This on a line to center. Boshinkel on a sprint in to get it. Back throw to second. Nearly got the runner off. Caught, but Chialoy comes back in safely head first. It is the second out, though, going from Bradshaw to Schinkel. And there's 2 down in the top of the fifth with runners at first and second. Still for the HarbourCats. Decker a chance to escape the fifth with no runs of damage following the good start for Victoria in the frame. David Cron delivered the double in the first as one of the 3 hits for Victoria. The only hit against the starter, Casanagadu. Decker will move back to second base to throw back where Chialoy is at. Two-out pitch to Cron. A miss wide for ball 1. Cron popped up to the infield in his second at-bat tonight, 1 of 2. Facing Decker for the first time out in relief. Decker trying to pitch a scoreless fifth to keep Bellingham in front. He's got a 3-0 record on the summer. Pitching him in through this fifth could get him his 4th. The ERA just 2.52 for Decker with the Bells. That's even in factoring in a couple of the more run-heavy appearances he's had out of the bullpen as of late. This pop-up, Dylan Moss, the catcher, will look at, but it gets out of play. Will be a strike on Cron, though. That 85-mile-an-hour pitch was right down the middle from Decker. So now 2-1 on Victoria's second baseman. First and second for the HarbourCats. Swing and a miss from Cron. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cameron Chialoy getting a big lead off of second base. His secondary had him about a third of the way through towards third base. Decker's 2-2 home. Runners going. Bouncing ball. Decker gloves it on a hop. Underhand toss to first to finish off a scoreless inning. Decker fired up as he goes into the Bells dugout, stranding those 2 base runners. It's still 4-0. Bellingham leads as we're halfway home here at the ballpark.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. Into the bottom of the 5th inning here in Bellingham. It's a 4-0 lead for your Bells over the Victoria HarbourCats. Charlie Decker pitching a scoreless inning of relief in the 5th inning with a little bit of help from his own athleticism to strand the 2 base runners. And for our bottom of the 5th inning, we've got ourselves a special commentator. We've got Amy coming to the press box from Peace Health. Amy, what brings you guys to the ballpark tonight?
Hi, thank you. Welcome for having us. It's our caregiver night for the Bellingham Bells, and it's a really special time for us to thank all of our caregivers for the great work that they do, and also an opportunity to thank their families. We know it's a lot of hard work, and their families also miss their caregivers, and it's a lot of sacrifice. So we want to thank our caregivers and appreciate them and their families.
Nate Johnson doing the leading off for Bellingham in the 5th as Johnson, Churchill, and Keybon will come to the plate facing Tomlinson, who's out back in relief for the HarbourCats. Tell me a little bit about the partnership between Peace Health and the Bellingham Bells.
It's great for us to come out and support a local organization with fantastic athletes, and it's a fun night at the Bells game.
Yeah, tonight you guys, you were the sponsor that gave away the hats, right?
We did, yeah. This is the second year we've done hats. We did jerseys one year, so we're always open. If people have a suggestion for next year, please let us know.
Yeah, it was funny walking around the concourse before the game. It seemed like everyone was just these little blue dots because they all were wearing the hat. It's kind of funny.
Great.
Everyone looked exactly the same.
But again, if people have a suggestion, if there's a fun giveaway that represents the Bells that they want to see, please let us know.
That's awesome that you guys are open to that. Anything new going on with Peace Health that people at home should know about?
We have a orthopedic same-day clinic that's going to be opening just in a couple weeks here at the end of the summer. So that's a good opportunity for people that get hurt or need orthopedic service to come in same day, see a physician, get some treatment, get some testing, and hopefully get out the door and back to your baseball game or your activity of choice quickly.
Nate Johnson with a leadoff walk on just 4 pitches against Tomlinson here in the 5th. Now it's Matt Churchill batting and down 0-2. Johnson goes to first base to start off the 5th. Bellingham up 4-0 over the Victoria HarbourCats. What do you guys got going on down at the concourse today? Giving away some things or just interacting with the community, I bet?
It was our stroke team was down in the concourse, so we were raising awareness for strokes, how to see the signs of a stroke, early detection, and then they had some fun giveaways. They were giving away a brain stress squishy. We had some sunscreen, lip balm. We had some hats from last year. Always fun stuff to represent.
Matt Churchill goes down on 3 pitches with a strikeout. Tomlinson picks up his first punch out in relief and his first out in the 5th. Now facing Ramanit Keybon, the left fielder, who so far tonight 2 for 2, drove in 2 runs in the 1st, singled in the 3rd. Now batting with Nate Johnson at first, still that 4-0 scoreline with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Something fun that, when we get these guest commentators up here, obviously here to talk about the partnership between, whatever company you represent, but I like to tie things in with baseball. Obviously, that's why we're all here tonight. Do you have a baseball memory that, when you think about the game is fond to you? What's your favorite baseball memory?
I have a couple. One is the All-Star game that was in Seattle a number of years ago, and that was really special to see. And then I also was able to go to the last baseball game at the Old Kingdom. So that was also kind of a historic moment.
Yeah, those are cool. What was the Kingdom like?
Well, I mean, in hindsight, it was a little bit dark and probably not the best atmosphere for baseball compared to T-Mobile.
Yeah, T-Mobile Park's a great park. I like it a lot. I wasn't around up in the PNW to ever be to the Kingdom.
You might not have been alive when the Kingdom before the Kingdom went down.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. I don't think I actually was. Yeah. I don't know. The All-Star game, though, that's fun, too. Did you go to the game or the Derby or what was it?
I went to that game. And if I remember, they were giving a Ken Griffey bobblehead was maybe the giveaway for the game. So, yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, nothing better than a baseball bobblehead giveaway. Maybe that's an idea for future giveaway.
We could do that.
I know they've done some in the past. Last year, I think we had a Dinger gate. Someone was giving away a Dinger bobblehead.
Oh, that'd be a fun one, a Dinger bobblehead.
Yeah, I don't know, or someone, I don't know, head coach or
Yeah.
I guess there might be some other people. I know back in 2010s, I think they gave away a Jim Clem bobblehead. He's our pitching coach who's been around for a long time.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't know. That's a fun one.
Yeah,
I like bobbleheads. But
that's a great idea.
I think a lot of people like the hats, too, because bobbleheads is kind of a collector thing. A hat, anyone can wear a Bell's hat. So
Maybe both things can be true.
yeah, I guess that's true. Anything you wanted to talk about that kind of I didn't lob up for you that you wanted to come here and mention and just make sure that everyone listening got to know about Peace Health and the Bells?
Well, not necessarily related to the Bells, but we also are really starting the construction for the Peter Paulson Pavilion. So just keep a lookout. I know parking and access has been shifting a little bit. We've got the central garage, which is where we encourage people to park. And we're really trying to keep access open and easy for people to get to the emergency department and to get to where they need to go at the hospital.
Yeah, what's that pavilion for?
It's for many things.
Dylan Moss with a base hit that scampers through the left side. Nate Johnson going to come in to score. Sorry, the action interrupting you there as Dylan Moss makes it a 5-0 lead. Adding on a run here in the 5th inning. Go ahead and continue, Amy.
Oh, well, it's going to be a 6-story, 120,000 square foot addition to the hospital. So it's going to contain many things, including expanded emergency department, women's and children's, pediatrics, and it'll enable us to expand and create some capacity that is much needed to continue to serve the community.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like you guys got some great things going on. I'm happy you guys are partnered with the Bells, and I'm sure a lot of people are happy wearing their brand new Bellingham Bells hats, and maybe last year had a hat, jersey, as you mentioned, and I guess whatever to come, maybe next year, the year after that, I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun things.
Could be a bobblehead.
It could be a bobblehead. I'm glad I planted the seed there in your head. We'll see.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate our partnership as well.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Amy, for joining us here in the bottom of the 5th. Go enjoy the rest of the game. There's plenty of great baseball left.
Thanks. You too.
So Moss drives in the run to make it 5-0. And now batting will be KG Hattori following 2 groundouts to second base. He hits this one to the second baseman, flip to second for 1 and over to first. That is how we'll end the 5th inning. Moss gets another run in for Bellingham. It's 5-0 as we head to the 6th.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Sixth inning of West Coast League Baseball here as the Bellingham Bells are hosting the Victoria HarbourCats for their second game of 3 tomorrow. A 1:35 start time between these two teams. Could be a Bells chance for a sweep if the score holds where it is. Right now the Bells riding a 6-game winning streak, carrying a lot of good momentum towards the postseason. As we go into the 6th with Charlie Decker pitching for his second inning out the bullpen. Logan Shepard to start off the inning for the HarbourCats, and he takes the first pitch for a ball from Decker, who was tagged for 2 singles in his first 2 batters faced during the 5th, but picked up his final 3 outs in the inning to toss it scoreless. Now in a 5-0 ball game, he's in line for a victory should the Bells remain in front for the rest of the game here tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike on Shepard after that one dotted low from the left-hander. Shepard looking at ball 2 now, ahead in the count against Charlie Decker, who just came off of a junior season with the University of Puget Sound where he made 12 starts throwing 69 innings. Decker a .483 ERA collegiately. It's about half of that during his time with the Bells so far this summer when it comes to ERA. It's not the first time he's found collegiate success in a summer collegiate league. Last summer was an all-star with the Conejo Oaks in the California Collegiate League, pitching 52 2/3 innings as Shepard ropes this one out to left field for a base knock. He's turning in for second base as Keybon's throw to Hattori is offline from the bag, and a head-first slide from Shepard has him in for a double. So a leadoff double in the 6th gets the HarbourCats a runner into scoring position. Runner into scoring position for Silva, who's 0 of 1 with a walk. Silva, the catcher, batting now with a man in scoring position as the HarbourCats try and get on the scoreboard tonight. Decker in for his first strike. The left-hander glancing back at second, then throws home. Inside of the bat, and that's going to bloop into center field for a base hit. Shepard will hold up at third, as it's once again 2 hits to start an inning against Decker. After just 1 hit against the starter, Casanagadu, 4 against Decker, and he's got work to do once again. Roan Klein batting after striking out in the 4th. He's got a walk as well. HarbourCats in a good chance to potentially try and get their first run of the game here. Runner at third with no outs. Chance for a big inning as well. So they're seemingly getting to Charlie Decker a lot better than they did against the starter Casanagadu. 0-1 foul ball is an 0-2 start to the bat against Klein. Decker set for an 0-2, hunting his first out in the 6th. The left-hander misses low. Runner going to take off for second base, and in sliding safely to second off the wild pitch is Jacob Silva. Unless it was that he was taking off before. We'll see if they score it as a steal. Decker's 1-2, turns an even count. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Roan Klein with no outs. Left-hander's pitch. Hit off the inside of the bat. Rashad Hayes can't get it on a leap. It gets out into left center. Some weak contact tagging Charlie Decker for the HarbourCats' first run as it comes in the 6th inning to make it 5-1. The RBI knock from Roan Klein, scoring Logan Shepard. Runners will be at the corners for the HarbourCats with no outs. And looks like the pitching coach, Jim Clem, is going to come out to talk with Decker. He was hit hard for the double that started the inning, but it's been the back-to-back blooping hits from Silva and Klein that get the HarbourCats their first run of the night. And they trail by 4, but Coach Clem just trying to reassure his all-star pitcher, Charlie Decker, here in this 6th inning with no outs. He's a guy that you kind of bank on going maybe a couple of bulk innings. Instead, now just hoping that he can maybe get through these 2. Bells do have the 4-run lead on the HarbourCats, but obviously that could be threatened here with 2 runners on, already a run in, and no outs in the inning. Michael Rada is going to bat here, right-handed hitter against Charlie Decker. Dylan Moss giving the sign to the infield. The catcher throws the mask on, squats behind home plate. Michael Rada 0 of 2 tonight. A double play in the second that he hit into would be a good result again if the Bells and Decker can get that forced. First pitch coming home to Rada after the throw over. Low fastball not given to the lefty Decker against the 6'4" Michael Rada. That one did clip the zone for strike 1. First and third for the HarbourCats, no outs. Decker the stretch in the 1-1. On the ground, right side of Torrey, stops it on the backhand. Glove flip to Hayes at second. His throw to first is a double play as Rada hits into another. This time a 4-6-3 twin killing. 2 crucial outs gained there. The run does score for Silva. It won't be an RBI for Rada on the double play, as there's the first 2 outs in the inning, and now the base is empty. HarbourCats do make it 5-2, scoring that run. Chialoy looking to bunt for a base hit, flashing it there with 2 outs. So the score now 5-2, Bellingham in front of Victoria. Chialoy, the center fielder, had a single in the 5th inning for his first hit. HarbourCats now up to 6 knocks. 5 of those coming against Decker. He pitches in a 1-1 count to the center fielder. Misses for ball 2. 3 hits to start the 6th, and the double play bringing in 2 runs for the HarbourCats. Klein with the RBI. Rada will not get one. You don't get an RBI if you score a run on a double play. Kind of a punishment to hitting into the double play, which I think is weird. He still batted the run in, double play or not. Foul ball from Chialoy makes it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rada now has hit into 2 double plays tonight, both in the 2nd and 6th innings. And there's 2 outs in this 6th inning, top of 6. 5-2, Bells up by 3 over Victoria. Base is empty for the visitors, who bat against the all-star left-hander Charlie Decker. 2-2 is the count on Chialoy. Left-hander's pitch missing low for a full count, 3-2. Low, strike 3 call. Chialoy was tossing the bat to walk, but instead he'll have to pick it up and put it back in the dugout. 5-2 your score as we go to the bottom of the 6th.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Into the bottom of the sixth, the Victoria HarbourCats have themselves their first runs of the game, getting 2 in the sixth inning, but they still trail your Bellingham Bells by 3 as we go to the bottom of 6. Bryce Johnson has himself a pair of hits so far tonight. He'll get his third at-bat facing Houston Tomlinson, who still is pitching in relief. Going on now his third inning of work, only garnered the final out in the fourth. Didn't get through the fifth inning cleanly, though, as he gave up 1 run on 2 walks and a single. Bryce Johnson now has 2 hits and 1 run scored with a steal. He scored back in the fourth inning when Bellingham posted 2 runs. The Bells lead at 5-2. West Coast League live scores tonight. Wenatchee Apple Sox up 8-0 on the Kamloops North Paws. Nanaimo Night Owls up 5-1 against the Port Angeles Lefties. As Bryce Johnson is called for strike 3, and he goes down looking. And then in the north, Edmonton over Kelowna 2-1, top of the sixth. Falcons must-win game. Kelowna has lost their last 8. If they want any chance at a playoff berth, they've got to win that game, come back against the Riverhawks. South Division scores. Marion Barry is up on Bend 5-3 in the bottom of 5. Portland trailing Walla Walla 6-3 in the top of the sixth. Ridgefield over Springfield 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th, and Corvallis leading Yakima Valley 12-1 in the top of the 6th inning. Playoff implications throughout tonight. Wenatchee right now with the 8-0 lead over the North Paws, looking like they are going to pick up their 18th win of the second half and potentially 37th overall on the summer. What matters, though, is the second half, because if they win tonight, and the Bells win tonight, I believe it is a clinch of the... Yes, if the Bells win and the Apple Sox win tonight, the Bells hypothetically would be the number 2 seed guaranteed. Of course, that has to be confirmed by the league office tonight, and they'll do just that. Keep a lookout on the West Coast League's social platforms, because they'll inform everyone if it is that case. Also look out for the Bellingham Bells, because if we do clinch the 2 seed tonight, there's going to be playoff tickets on sale for that August 8th matchup that we're guaranteed to have here at home. There's also the potential August 9th matchup, if needed, the Game 3, because the West Coast League's first round of the playoffs is the 3-game series between the 1st and 4th seeds and the 2nd and 3rd seeds. First game of the 3-game set being on the road at the lower seed, and then the better seed hosting the final 2 games, the 3rd, of course, if needed. From there on out, it's winner-take-all in the Divisional Championship and then in the West Coast League Championship game. Just a 1-game, winner takes it all. Hayes gets it off the inside of his bat, shoots it the opposite way for a 1-out single, his second of the night. A crisp 67 miles an hour off of Rashad Hayes' bat for his second hit. 10th of the game for Bellingham. And now Bo Schinkel, who's working on a 2 of 3 night, is up. Schinkel drove in 2 runs in the 4th inning on his single. Scored a run in the first. One out, Schinkel had to move out of the way, trying to see if he swung, and they appeal and say he doesn't. Smiles for Bo Schinkel there, falling down on a potential swing try, but it is just ball one. Hayes taking off on the 1-0. Throw down to second is a good one, and Silva did not get that one in time. The tag applied from Quack just late. And now Hayes in scoring position on a swipe of second base, his second steal of tonight's game. And looks like Todd Haney and the HarbourCats might have something to say about it. Todd Haney, the coach of the Victoria HarbourCats. He took over in 2019 after being an assistant in 2018. He's in a familiar spot because he was a Seattle Mariners draft pick in 1987, meaning he played for the single-A Bellingham Mariners at the time in 1987 that played here at Joe Martin Field. Todd Haney was actually a teammate of the Hall of Famer, Ken Griffey Jr., who at the time was a 17-year-old playing here in Bellingham during the 1987 minor league season. Him and Haney both minor league teammates, and when I asked Todd Haney about it, prior to yesterday's game, I actually talked to him about it, asked him about Ken Griffey, asked him about playing in the ballpark. He said, you know, growing up you always hear there's a five-tool player. You're a five-tool player. This guy can do everything, five-tool player. And sure, you hear that around baseball a lot. You hear it about a bunch of different guys. But he said that he truly didn't understand what a five-tool player was until he saw Ken Griffey Jr. play. He would bunt for a base hit, steal second, next time up, hit a home run, make a diving catch, do all you need to do to be that star. And, of course, Ken Griffey Jr., the Hall of Famer, easily one of the better five-toolers that you can see playing in this minor league ballpark at the time. Bo Schinkel taking a walk there. We'll put runners at first and second. Minor league baseball has not been at Joe Martin Field for a long time, though. Now we've just got the Bellingham Bells, who we're happy to host all summer here at Joe Martin Field, the reigning West Coast League champions. Haven't seen minor league baseball since 1996. Last affiliate here was San Francisco, having the Giants affiliate here, as Cassie pops this up to the right side of the infield for the first baseman, Rada, to put away Cassie for the second out. The complete minor league history of Joe Martin Field started in 1973. Bellingham Dodgers first being here, of course, associated with Los Angeles. Stayed for 4 seasons, but were replaced in 1977 by the Baby M's, or the Bellingham Mariners, who spent the longest tenure from 77 to 1994, and the 1987 team, of course, hosting Ken Griffey Jr. Mariners, though, decided to move their ball club closer to Seattle, playing in Everett after 18 seasons up here at Joe Martin Field. San Francisco Giants played for 2 years here in Bellingham, but then moved south to Oregon, the Salem Kaiser Volcanoes, in 1997. Bellingham Bells became a team in the Pacific International League in 1999, so just 2 years after minor league baseball moved on, the Bells took over. Been there ever since, joining the West Coast League when the league was founded. Bellingham, one of the founding teams. Spent the 1999 until the 04 seasons in the PIL and founded the WCL in 05. Not as much deep history when it comes to the HarbourCats. They've been in the West Coast League not as long as the Bellingham Bells, of course, but since 2013, still in the double digits and have had a lot of success in their time. 3 West Coast League championship game appearances and 5 straight postseason appearances for the HarbourCats, dating back to the 2019 season. HarbourCats, of course, missed 2 years during COVID. Johnson out to left center. That headed for a gap. Easily dropping in for a hit. Johnson charging into second as Hayes scores. Schinkel speeding around. He will come in to touch home plate. Nate Johnson has a 2 RBI double in the 7th. And it's 7-2 Bellingham. Last night's scoreline mirroring what we see in the 6th inning. Matt Churchill is next up, looking for his first hit. Might not be facing the right-hander Tomlinson, though, as there's a mound visit. Looks like it actually will be the right-hander staying in this ball game, though. Nate Johnson picking up a 2 RBI double for his first RBI of the night. Also his first hit, the 11th by the Bells already in the game. And their lead is back up to 5. So after the mound visit from the HarbourCats, we'll resume in the at-bat against Matt Churchill. Walking his first plate appearance, fly out and a strikeout for tonight's designated hitter for Bellingham. 5-run lead for the Bells with 2 runs in off of Nate Johnson's double. He's got a big lead off of second base. Matt Churchill taking the first ball a miss from Tomlinson. Tomlinson still just the second arm to throw for Victoria tonight, following 3 1/3 innings from the starter, Daniel Tovar. Tomlinson took over in the 4th. He's pitching here with 2 outs in the 6th. And he's behind Matt Churchill, 2-0. Right now it's a combined total of 2 innings pitched for Tomlinson of relief. This one popped up to center field and should do it for the inning, though. In the glove of Chialoy in center field, Bellingham gets 2 more runs in the 6th to lead by 5, up 7-2 as we enter the 7th.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. 7th inning, and Bellingham has a new arm. It's Gavin Hashey riding a 14-inning scoreless streak coming out for the 7th, following 2 innings of relief from Charlie Decker. Decker allowing 5 hits for 2 runs across the 5th and 6th innings. Tagged for those 2 runs in the 6th on an RBI from Klein and a run-scoring double play from Michael Rada. Into the 7th, it's Hashey taking over. He'll try and keep this at a 5-run difference. Bellingham adding on those 2 runs that the HarbourCats got back in the very bottom of the 6th to follow. So now Hashey with the Bells leading by 5. Pitches against Aiden Rice, the leadoff man in the 7th for the visitors. Rice taking a first pitch strike from Hashi for 0-1. Hashi out of Texas A&M Corpus Christi has been unbelievable in relief with Bellingham on the summer. This will be his 8th appearance of the year. Perfect 2-0 record. 14 scoreless innings, yet to allow a run. When it comes to the counting stats for Hashi, 14 strikeouts in 14 innings, 5 walks, 7 hits allowed. Inside of the bat from Rice is a grounder to Hayes. At shortstop, he'll throw across to Cassie at first. Gavin Hashi has his first out in relief. Riley Quack is the next man up with 1 out in the top of the 7th. Five-run lead for Hashi and the Bells. Quack is 0-2 with a pair of flyouts. Hashi, bottom of the order hitter facing here against the HarbourCats. Quack ahead of him, 0-1 with 1 out. Quack was trying to lay down a bunt the last time he came up. Now with 1 out, has to go to work. It's strike 2 on the inside from Hashi, the right-hander. Oh, 2 from Hashi. Ball and 2 strikes for the new right-hander home. Pop back foul from Quack. That an inside miss from Hashi, so now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander did not throw for the Islanders this year. First season after transferring from Chandler Gilbert Community College. It was Hashi's return to D1 baseball after attending Boston College from Legend High School in Colorado. 2-2, a bouncing ball to Rashad Hayes, the shortstop. He's got himself back-to-back plays to start off the first 2 outs in the 7th. Hey, breaking news out of the MLB. The former West Coast Leaguer, former member of the West Coast League, that is the title that we should all acknowledge him by. Derek Skubal being traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Wow. '27 West Coast League baseball should have a lot of viewership. Might be the only action. 2 outs against Bradshaw, who bats 0-3 is his count. Or 0-3 is his count on the night, but in this at-bat, 1-0. He's gone 0-3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Facing Hashi for the first time as the right-hander throws in relief. Two 2-0 after that fastball missed wide from Hashi. Two 2-0 turns 3-0 on another miss from Hashi, so he needs to find the strike zone if he wants a perfect 1-2-3 inning, something that Bellingham Bells have only done inadvertently in the second with the help of a double play. Hasn't been a true 1-2-3 frame pitched yet. That strike keeps Hashi in contention of it. 3-1. Hit out to right for Bryce Johnson, moving to his right. Has the third out, and there it is, the 1-2-3 frame for Bellingham. We'll stretch 7-2 the lead for the home side.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with local industrial credit union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Seventh inning stretch finished up here in Bellingham. Joe Martin Field, the host of Game 2 of 3 between the HarbourCats and Bells. Down the stretch in the regular season right now, just 4 games remaining after tonight. One of them, of course, tomorrow in our 1:35 game, hosting the HarbourCats for the third game of 3. And right now it's the Bells up 7-2 here in the second game, trying to take the series. Dominic Keebon leading off against Houston Tomlinson, who's still out there in relief, eating up some innings out of the HarbourCat bullpen. Following the Sunday matchup against the HarbourCats, Bells will host the Edmonton Riverhawks for 3 straight games, all of those beginning at 6:35, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night to finish off the regular season. Keebon doing the leading off in a 1-1 count. Inside of his bat for strike 2. Keebon tonight is perfect at the plate, 2 of 2. He's picked up 2 hits with 2 RBI and has drawn 1 walk. That half swing is another foul ball that keeps Keebon alive. High chopper from Keebon, gloved by the third baseman Rice, and his quick transfer gains him the first out in the 7th inning. Keebon retired for the first out. Dylan Moss will bat next, 1 of 3, with an RBI not coming for him in the 5th his last time up. Moss taking ball 1 to start his at-bat, following Keebon's ground out to begin the 7th. Three straight misses from the right-hander Tomlinson against Dylan Moss make it 3-0. Taken all the way for Moss on the 3-0, and the 94-mile-an-hour pitch in from Tomlinson. One of the fastest of the night for him, but just strike 1 against Moss. Moss swings and misses at the fastball, once again placed high. It's 3-2. The payoff pitch now coming to the catcher. Strike 3. Moss down on K's for the second time tonight. And so second out in the 7th. KG Hattori next man up looking for his first knock. So far it's been David Cron making the night tough for KG. 3 straight groundouts at second base. The last time was a double play groundout. Started by Cron. Two out bouncer, right side of the infield. This time it'll be the first baseman Rada throwing to the covering pitcher. 1-2-3 frame matched by Victoria's pitcher in the 7th. So we go to the 8th, 7-2, still your score.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
When pain or injury slows you down, Peace Health Orthopedics, Sports Medicine, Foot and Ankle, and Trauma Services are here to help. Our experienced orthopedic team cares for bones, joints, and muscles, offering personalized treatment and same-day appointments. From everyday aches to unexpected injuries and joint replacement, Peace Health helps you move better, feel stronger, and get back to your life. Learn more about Peace Health Orthopedics at peacehealth.org. That's peacehealth.org. This Saturday night game travels to the 8th inning, 7-2 the score. The Bells leading the Victoria HarbourCats in Game 2 of their 3-game set. Gavin Hashey returns to the bump for Bellingham in the 8th inning. And the right-hander throws against David Cron, the second baseman, ball 1. Hashey in relief in the 7th. 1-2-3 sat down the HarbourCats. Now he's got a 5-run cushion to help the Bells get towards their final 6 outs needed for a win. It's fouled back from Cron for strike 1. Right now, tonight's score is sitting at the same final from last night, 7-2. Bells took the win last night. Right now, around the WCL, the Apple Sox are leading 10-0. Going through the North matchups, which matter the most to us. The Night Owls up 12-1 over the lefties. Edmonton Riverhawks up 4-2 over Kelowna. So it looks like Edmonton, Wenatchee, and Bellingham possibly going to advance forward a win, as are Nanaimo, it looks like. Whereas Victoria is going to fall behind, and they, after tonight, would be the odd man out if they lose. This one out to left field, just dropping in front of Dominic Keybon for a leadoff single against Gavin Hashey. It's David Cron picking up his second knock of the night. HarbourCats need offense, and they don't have a ton of time to get it. Logan Shepard will come up next after doubling and scoring in the 6th. First pitch from Hashey to Shepard is ball 1. Tomorrow we have a 1:35 start time. It's the final Sunday day game of the Bellingham Bells summer this year. If you haven't been to one, it's a Savings Sunday presented by Industrial Credit Union. Fans tomorrow can get $2 off their tickets. And then once you're in the ballpark, you can get $2 popcorn, $2 dilly bars, which are an ice cream, and then $3 hot dogs. Tomorrow night's 1:35 start time. Gates opening an hour before first pitch. Get your tickets at bellstickets.com. That's the only place to get tickets online. Don't fall for any scams online. StubHub or Ticketmaster. It's not real. BellsTickets.com, the only spot to buy your tickets. After that foul ball from Logan Shepard, the DH still ahead in the count, 2-1. Cron at first base after his leadoff single against Gavin Hashey. First base runner reaching against the right-hander after his 1-2-3 7th. Pickoff throw. Back safely is Cron. That one tried to be framed by Moss, but it just missed low, so now 3-1 on Shepard. 3 walks in the game, all coming against a starter, Castanegadu for Victoria. Three and one, fouled away, now a full count. Payoff pitch from Hashey, runner going, and it hits the back of Shepard, hit by pitch. So first and second for the HarbourCats here, trying to brew something in the 8th. No outs, 2 men on. Jacob Silva. Out to left center field and down for a base hit. Coming in to score is Cron. The throw is late to home plate. Gavin Hashey's scoreless inning streak will finish after 15 frames because that RBI hit from Silva tags him for his first run as a Bellingham Bell. And the HarbourCats get a run across in the 8th to make it 7-3. Shepard held at second base, so first and second for the HarbourCats. Plays at any bag in the infield. And Cody Anderson, associate pitching coach, will walk out to talk over with Gavin Hashey. It's now 7 hits in the game for the HarbourCats. To start this 8th inning, it's been a single hit by pitch and a single against Hashey following a 1-2-3 7th. Sad to see the scoreless inning streak end, but now we're just hoping that Hashey can keep the game in control for Bellingham, who lead by 4. Tying run in the on-deck circle for the HarbourCats with Klein coming up to bat, just trying to keep the order moving. HarbourCats had some momentum like this in the 5th and 6th innings, didn't score any of their 2 base runners in the 5th. Hit into a double play in the 6th after scoring 2 runs in that frame. Could have had more without the double play. Bells will try and find a way to squirm out of this as the HarbourCats have just been knocking on the door throughout pretty much since the starter Castanegadu left the game after the 4th inning. Now the lefty batting Klein up following the mound visit. First and second for the Cats with no outs in the 8th. Hashey with a move to second base, no throw. This one roped on the ground past the diving Hattori at second base and into center field. Shepard rounding third to score. Into third is Silva on a slide. It's an RBI knock for Klein, and 4 straight have reached against Hashey in the 8th. Last night we saw things nearly slip away in the 9th inning with some traffic. Looks like the cracks are showing in the 8th inning tonight, as the tying run will come to the plate in Michael Rada. Hashi still without an out gained in the 8th inning. And you got to think they were relying on him to get them to the 9th at least. But the right-hander now just trying to find an out in the inning. This a bouncing ball up the middle. Hayes, an underhand tosses second. Hattori to first. That's a huge double play. It's Michael Rada hitting into his 3rd double play of the night. It does score a run, but 2 much-needed outs. He's 0-4 hitting into a double play 3 times. He has brought in runs in the 6th and 8th, hitting into those double plays, and he'll even get some high fives. So he heads into the dugout, but scoring is Silva, as 3 runs are now in for the HarbourCats. The score 7-5. Base is empty. Now Hashi in a good spot to try and do what the Bells need him to do and just get through the 8th. Cameron Chialoy is up after striking out looking to close the 6th inning. Was frustrated about that. Right-handed batter up with 2 outs. Inside strike. 81-mile-an-hour pitch from Hashi. The lead just resting at a narrow 2 now for Bellingham following this 3-run 8th. Still not over, though, in the 8th inning for Victoria. Chialoy swings through strike 2. No strikeouts for Hashi yet in relief. One, 2. Called for strike 3. Chialoy down looking again. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Victoria, though, gets 3 runs. 7-5 is the score down to the wire. And we go into the bottom of the 8th.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
Choose cooperative. Choose community. Bank with Local Industrial Credit Union. Proud Sunday savings sponsor of the Bellingham Bells. If you live, work, or attend school in Washington, you can join a credit union that puts people first. Local decisions, personalized service, and a real commitment to our community. Learn more at industrialcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA. Bottom of the 8th inning, and the Victoria HarbourCats knocking on the door of the Bellingham Bells lead. It is 7-5, Bells in front. 3-run top half of the 8th for the HarbourCats to narrow down the difference. Tristan Thomas now tasked with keeping it there in the bottom of the 8th to try and send it to the top of the 9th. HarbourCats having the momentum following their 3-run 8th. Bryce Johnson will start things off against the new left-handed pitcher, Thomas, out of West Texas A&M, following 3 2/3 pitch from Houston Tomlinson. Left-hander's first pitch into Bryce Johnson is fouled away for strike 1. Thomas just the third arm to throw, 3 1/3 from the starter, but then the bulk relief from Tomlinson to get us into the 8th. That mishited Bryce Johnson is ball 1. Tomlinson in 3 2/3 innings allowed 3 runs, scoring in the 5th and 6th frames against him, all earned. He only allowed 3 hits out of the bullpen. What hurt him, though, was his 3 walks, giving those base runners in the 5th away. allowing 1 run to score in that inning, and then a single and a walk scoring against him on the double from Johnson in the 6th. 3 strikeouts for the relief pitcher, Tomlinson in relief. Now it is Tristan Thomas in a 2-2 count against Bryce Johnson. The left-hander's pitch against Bellingham's leadoff in the inning is swung on and missed for strike 3. And back-to-back trips to the plate for Bryce Johnson, back-to-back strikeouts for the right fielder. Back to the top of the order in Rashad Hayes, who has gone 2 of 4 tonight, working as the leadoff man. He has came up with 2 singles, 2 steals, and 2 runs scored. Bell's looking for some insurance to head to the 9th. Up by 2 in a 7-5 lead. Hayes batting with 1 out as Thomas winds and comes home. Hayes swings and misses at the fastball, up and away to the Bellingham shortstop. Good crowd on hand tonight. Some of them sticking around through the bit colder weather that we have had over the last couple of weeks at the ballpark. Hayes chases strike 2. Tomorrow's game could be a rubber match between these two if Victoria completes the comeback in the 9th inning. It could be a chance for Bellingham to sweep if they hold on to this 2-run lead. Bell's trying to extend their 6-game winning streak. Strike 3 called against Hayes. It's back-to-back strikeouts to start the relief appearance for Tristan Thomas. 3-run top of the inning. If you get a shutdown frame right here from Thomas, HarbourCats going to be feeling on top of the world heading into the 9th inning. Schinkel flashing bunt, but the center fielder pulls it back. Tonight he's gone 2 of 3, 2 runs scored, 2 RBI with 2 hits and a walk. Schinkel taking that miss inside. So 2-0 on him. Three straight misses to Schinkel, who's trying to draw a walk to just extend the 8th inning. Not only to give Bellingham's bullpen a chance to maybe be warm for the 9th inning, just break up some of the good momentum for Victoria they have going right now. Takes the 3-0 fastball for strike 1, 90 miles an hour from the lefty. You got to think it's not going to be Hashi returning for the 9th inning. Maybe a Frank Willius appearance for a save. Off the inside of Schinkel's bat and over the leaping Aiden Rice at third base. Schinkel just getting that past the infield barely for his 3rd hit of the night. Noah Cassie is the next man up. Cassie 1 for 3. Runs scored after he was hit by a pitch. Bell's still looking for that insurance. 2 outs. Cassie fouls away strike 1. Tristan Thomas tagged for the blooping single from Schinkel. It's the Bell's 12th hit of the night. First, though, against Thomas in relief as he entered here in the 8th. Struck out his first 2 batters, allowed the hit to Schinkel. Now the runner at first, he's in a 1-1 count against Cassie after missing low on his fastball to Bellingham's first baseman. 7-5 the lead for the Bells. The bottom of the 8th inning took the 7-2 win last night. Win tonight takes the series. Ball and a strike coming to Cassie home from Thomas. Late swing and foul. Outside fastball put away for strike 2 from Cassie. Who will reset, wrap around, tighten the gloves, and step back into the right-handed batter's box. Schinkel a leadoff of first. Was caught stealing earlier today. 1-2 he goes. The throw down to second, well in front of Schinkel, and he is caught stealing to finish off the 8th. Had only been caught once all season, but Jacob Silva has been providing a cannon behind home plate all night. And we go to the 9th, 7-5 your score. Bellingham chasing 3 outs to get the win, leading 7-5.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapists and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Puget Sound Energy is thrilled to team up with the Bellingham Bells for Community Wednesdays this season. Every Wednesday home game at Joe Martin Field, PSC and the Bells will celebrate a featured Whatcom County nonprofit with a $2,000 donation. Come out to the ballpark to cheer on the Bells while supporting these amazing organizations that make our community stronger. Together, we're building a better Whatcom County. See you at the field. Go Bells. Here we go. This is the 9th inning. You don't ask for anything better than this, but late drama on a Saturday night in August as the Bells lead the Victoria HarbourCats 7-5. 2 runs the difference between these North Division teams. Hot in the playoff race. As far as seeding goes, Bellingham already locked up in the playoffs. Victoria trying to fight for their spot. It'll be Ben McKinnon coming in to try and earn his 2nd save of the year in just his 5th appearance as a Bell this summer. A late addition onto the squad. 6 innings pitched from him, and he throws gas, 93 miles an hour there to start off his first pitch in the 9th. Wasn't located well, though, against leadoff man Aiden Rice. If there's any good to what you feel like as a Bellingham Bells fan, it's the fact that the 8 and 9 hitters are going to start this 9th inning. But can they start the rally for the HarbourCats? The last time this spot in the order was up was in the 7th. They were retired 1-2-3 by Gavin Hashey, beginning with Aiden Rice grounding out to short. Now he's in a 1-1 count against Ben McKinnon. The right-hander's 1-1. Hit out to right. Bryce Johnson in with the catch for the first out. And the Bells are a step closer to a victory. McKinnon coming out of Bossier Parish Community College. As he retires Aiden Rice. He'll face Riley Quack, a Bossier Parish teammate of his down in Louisiana. Quack hitting .248 with Bossier Parish this year in 43 games as he swings upstairs. Ben McKinnon throwing 25 2/3 innings with a .386 ERA. So teammates turned enemies here in the 9th with 1 out. No one coming in. Low and away to Quack for ball 1. McKinnon, a returner for Bellingham, 3rd summer with the Bells. Pitched 3 games last year, 1 appearance in 2024. 2-1 on Quack after that miss, the 94-mile-an-hour heater. Two-1 coming home. Inside miss from McKinnon for ball 3. Base runners are what the HarbourCats need, especially from the 9th spot order hitter. Quack trying to reach, top of the order. Bradshaw on deck with 1 out. 3-1 is the count as the right-handed batter steps back in. McKinnon deals the 3-1 home. Popped him up. Playable for the infielder, KG Hattori, the second baseman. He's got the glove for the 2nd out, catching it and putting 2 away in the 9th. HarbourCats down to last life. It'll be Bradshaw trying to snap his 0-4 skid tonight as he looks to extend the inning. The tying run in the on-deck circle for the HarbourCats as they trail by 2 in the 9th. Then McKinnon 66% of the way home. Strike one on Bradshaw. McKinnon dealing quickly there. 95 on the fastball. Oh, boy. With 2 outs, here's his 0-1. Bradshaw swings and misses for strike 2. HarbourCats down 2, their final strike. McKinnon 9 punch-outs on the year. Can he get number 10? It'll be a pop-up to shallow center. Schinkel has the catch for the 3rd out, and Bellingham takes the 7-5 win over the Victoria HarbourCats to take the series here at home. Bellingham with a clinch of the playoffs last night. If things hold their way, could potentially clinch the 2 seed tonight as they pick up their 33rd win of the year, improving to 33-17, now 7 straight wins for your Bells. The Victoria HarbourCats falling to 26-24, and after tonight, they might be on the outside looking in at a playoff spot. We've got tomorrow's game starting at 1:35 between these two teams. Bells right now working on 7-2 wins and 7-5 victories. They'll look for a sweep tomorrow at a 1:35 start time here at the ballpark. You can catch it on the Bells YouTube channel, of course. I was Zen Hill. Thanks for joining us tonight here at Joe Martin Field. We'll get you our post-game stats when we come back after this break.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Have you had a fall, sprain, or break? Skip the emergency room and go straight to the experts, Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons. With walk-in, same-day orthopedic care, you won't have to wait for the treatment you need. And to better serve our community, we've extended our walk-in clinic hours, 1 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Proliance Pacific Rim orthopedic surgeons.
Need a break from everything? Escape to a place where anything is possible and the fun never stops. At Silver Reef Casino Resort, you'll discover world-class dining, championship caliber golf, a full sports book and bar, over 1,000 top-rated slots and table games, and so much more. Come join the fun and see why we've been consistently rated one of the region's top destinations. Visit silverreefcasino.com to book your stay and discover all the exciting events and promotions we have in store for you. Silver Reef Casino Resort, located off I-5, exit 260.
At Judd & Black, great value comes with expert assistance. We're your hometown appliance store, where you can expect top-notch service and a wide selection of quality brands.
When you walk into a Judd & Black showroom, you can expect to see a very friendly face that's ready to help and figure out what you need.
Enjoy a shopping experience big box stores can't offer. Talk to an appliance expert at your hometown appliance store for over 85 years. Judd & Black.
What's up, Bells fans? Dr. Amar here from Everstrong Therapy, the sports and performance physical therapist and rehab professionals right here in Bellingham. We are so proud to continue being the official training and rehab partner of the Bellingham Bells, making sure our boys are safe and moving their best throughout the season. So remember, when you're ready to rehab like a professional athlete, come see us at Everstrong, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much, stay Everstrong, and go Bells.
Bummer. This never happens at a convenient time, does it? It's always while you're hustling to meet a deadline or trying to enjoy the game. If only there were a way to outsource this and get back to what you were doing. Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Team Technology is local and employee-owned, balancing ease of access with security and compliance for the cloud and on-premise systems of small and large businesses alike. Connect with Team Technology and see how technology is easier with a team.
Back here at Joe Martin Field following another Bellingham Bells win. Man, we've been saying that a lot as of late, and it feels good to have the Bells just having good momentum. Started off the second half a little rough with the Canadian road trip, 9 games up in Canada, and the Bells are 3-6 on that road trip, kind of thinking, hey, can we capture that same magic that we had in the first half where, you know, if you forgot, the Bells were in contention of the early playoff berth because they were neck and neck with Wenatchee, and the only reason the Apple Sox actually won the first half was because they had a head-to-head tiebreaker over Bellingham. Bells have captured that same magic, though, over their last couple of games. Of course, the now 7 straight wins extending tonight with the victory over the Victoria HarbourCats 7-5 in the win tonight. Your winning pitcher was Charlie Decker, his 4th win of the season, 2 relief innings, allowing 2 runs to get the win. Ben McKinnon picks up the save, his 2nd of the year with a scoreless 9th inning. The loss going to Daniel Tovar, his 4th of the year. Look at the box score on offense. For the visitors, the Victoria HarbourCats had 9 hits for their 5 runs, only 3 RBI, 2 of them from Roan Klein, who went 2 of 3. Jacob Silver, 2 of 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI, played some great defense behind home plate as well. David Cron was 2 of 4 with a double and a run scored. Logan Shepard 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored. Cameron Chialoy went 1 of 4, and Aiden Rice 1 of 3 for the 9 hits. The Victoria HarbourCats offense. Bellingham's offense led by Bo Schinkel, 3 of 4 with a walk, 2 RBI, 2 runs scored. That's your Terry Stash State Farm player of the game, the Gonzaga center fielder nabbing that. Rashad Hayes had a productive night as the leadoff man, going 2 of 5 with 2 steals and 2 runs. Noah Cassie was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Nate Johnson 1 of 3 with a double. That brought in 2 runs. He also scored once. Ramnik Kibon was 2 of 3 with 2 RBI. Dylan Moss 1 of 4 with a run batted in. And Bryce Johnson 2 for 4 with 1 run scored. Bells had 12 hits on offense for their 7 runs, 7 RBI, drew 4 walks, and struck out 7 times at the plate. Bells look for a sweep tomorrow over Victoria. 1:35, the first pitch in tomorrow's day game, the final saving Sunday of the year. And we could know by tonight if the Bells have a playoff game or playoff series being hosted here at home, because the Wenatchee Apple Sox are up 10-3 over Kamloops. Edmonton Riverhawks lead Kelowna 4-3 in the bottom of the 8th. The Nanaimo Night Owls up 16-1 on the lefties. The 7-5 final here. Riverhawks in the 8th inning. Nanaimo in the 7th. Wenatchee in the 8th inning as well. If these results stand, pretty positive from everyone I've talked to here is that we would have the playoff series being hosted here, meaning our playoff game would be on August 8th. Of course, look on our socials. Tickets will come up on sale soon. I think pre-sale is already on sale right now for the tickets, just either the 7th or 8th, whichever it becomes. Hosting that opening series is big because you get that Game 3 at home. You don't have to travel on the road for those games. So make sure you get your tickets to it. We'll see if we clinch that number 2 seed tonight. Stay tuned on the WCL and Bellingham Bells social media platforms. And we'll obviously have the message for you tomorrow if you're back here on the YouTube channel. We appreciate you for watching us here on the Bells YouTube channel. I'm Zen Hill. You all have a great night. After a 7-5 victory for the Bells, we're going to be sleeping good knowing it's another series win for Bellingham and a lot of good momentum headed into the end of this regular season. Only 4 games left on the season, all 4 coming here at home. 4 straight days of baseball. We hope to see you at the park, and if you can't make it, of course, love you tuning in on YouTube. Have a good night, and as always, go Bells.